Hey guys, so I decided to make the best Season 26 Apex Legends Legend tier list for both ranked and comp. Getting straight to the point of the video, starting with immediate S tier, Alter. Obviously, Alter's just literally the best legend in the game. You can do anything and not get punished and reset for free with her. She's too valuable to not use, especially in competitive Apex. A lot of people pick Alter, and if you keep up with NA Pro League or EMEA Pro League or any of the Pro Leagues, honestly, Alter gets banned really early, and there's a reason for that. It's literally, she's the best character in the game, and it's beyond boring to have to play her, but she is really good, and I do think she can be fun at times. Starting immediately with right next to Alter on S tier, Ashe. Ashe is literally the best instigator in the game. She can create fights and get out of fights just as quick, and she has literally the best kit. No matter how much they nerf her, she still is one of the most OP characters in the game by far. Now, starting with our immediate next character, Ballistic, I'd put him at probably E tier. He's not really good, he's really bad, and he really only benefits the player that plays him now. Ballistic used to be insanely OP last season, but they absolutely nerfed him into the ground, which I think was deserved, because this character was no fun to fight. Going on to the next character with Bangalore, I'd say she's a solid at least B tier for comp. B tier for comp, B tier for ranked as well, solely because they nerfed her a little bit and she's not as OP as she used to be at the beginning of the season, but she's not terrible. She's still pretty fun to play, and it's really nice to be able to run around and just destroy a bunch of traps with her smoke, but there is better options for sure, and you'll probably enjoy playing other characters. Now for the first F tier character I think on this list, Bloodhound. Bloodhound is literally the worst character in the game at the moment, and I think Bloodhound needs a major rebalance and change for Season 27. Solely because Bloodhound is useless against Bangalore, which people do tend to play her a lot, and Bloodhound's ult is just terrible now, and the scans are just outclassed by every other Recon character. I would rather have a Crypto or a Sparrow on my team than a Bloodhound. Never pick this character, literally ever. Now next, I'd say Catalyst. Catalyst is honestly A tier because she's really good defensively and she's actually like still a pretty good character, but solely because the fact that she can't really ape anything. She's more of an A tier because like comp wise, she's still very useful. And for rank, she's useful as well, but it's kind of boring because not many people actually want to play Catalyst, but she is still a really good character. And I'd have to say another S tier legend this split is for sure Caustic. Caustic got buffed this season, and he's just been insane. They've slowly been retuning him, but he's still just the craziest controller legend in the world. One Caustical and just having barrels back every 6 seconds with 300% increased time and cooldown for your barrels on the gas and having 4 perks, that's just too much. If they nerf Caustic, he'll probably go down to A, even B tier, since Bangalore can counter him, but right now he's still just super OP, so I'd say he's for sure S tier. Moving on immediately after that, I'd say Conduit is B tier, solely because ranked, not even because like a comp purpose. Conduit is good, she's fun, but she's not the greatest, but she's still enjoyable, and I think you can get away playing her in ranked. She's not that good though, solely because just her ability to support the team is great, but she doesn't really do anything other than her Qs. Her ult's kind of useless, and yeah, she's really good at running though, so it actually makes her a really good reset legend. If you ever lose fights, you can easily just get out and get right back into it. Now starting with the next legend, Crypto, I'd probably put him in B tier as well. He's not terrible, but he's not great. I mean, he's just boring to play because you have to sit in a drone half the time and you don't really get to fight, especially if you're playing him in comp. But when it comes to ranked, pushing with Crypto is fun. You can EMP people a lot, and if you use the power up booster, it makes him pretty fun because he always has his EMP, and you can just EMP teams and just siege them one by one by one. Fuse. Honestly, Fuse is more on the lower end for ranked. For comp, he's not too bad either right now, but I'd say for ranked, he's really bad solely because he's just kind of useless. He doesn't really do much, and with this reset meta of Alter and Ashe, people normally just TP out or Q out of your Fuse ult, so it kind of makes him just not very useful anymore. So unfortunately, I'd have to put him in D tier. Next legend is Gibraltar. I'd say Gibby is easily A tier, solely because he's really good with the power up amps, and with the amps this season, solely making his abilities better. It also makes his bubble, his ult, everything about him just a better as a whole. Obviously, shotguns are meta too, which makes him automatically good because bubble fighting with Gibby is a very easy thing to do, and you can win a lot of fights if you just bubble up on a team and force a shotgun fight. If they have SMGs or if they have ARs, you automatically win, especially with the PK being super OP. So I'd say he's definitely an A tier legend right now. Horizon, another E tier legend. I just think she's horrible. I have so many games played on her. I have over 16,000 kills on her, and she's just useless. Her ult does nothing. Her Q gets you killed every time. There's literally nothing good about her. She needs a major change or a rebalance because right now Horizon is just absolutely terrible. Now, adding on to the tier of S legends, I'd say Lifeline. Lifeline is really good this season solely because the reset meta, you can partner her with an alter and an Ashe, and then you have a solid comp. If you need to take alter TP, you can just alter TP and tap, or you can use Halo and tap mid fight. It's always good having a Lifeline. She's never really a bad reset character, honestly. Moving on to the next character, I would finally put someone in C. Loba's not terrible, she's not great, but still, she's she's definitely more bad than good in this sense, if that makes any sense. Because yeah, she provides loot, but other than providing loot, she's only really good for running away and playing for resets. She's more of like a solo queue legend, honestly. If you get bad teammates and you die, you can run away and reset. Now, one of my personal favorites that I've been playing a lot this season is Maggie. I've been playing so much Maggie in ranked, and I honestly think she's A tier, especially after her buffs. She's really good for fighting. You can just run at people on repeat. The drill is really oppressive, and I think she's easily A tier legend with the shotgun meta. Moving on to the next legend, Mirage. I'd say Mirage is B tier, solely because he's really good. He's one of the best support legends, top 3 by far, and he's also really good at just being a distraction, being annoying. As long as you know how to play him properly, I think he could be really good. Moving on to the next legend, I think Newcastle. Newcastle's C tier. He's good for ranks, but he's only good in the hands of players who are actually good with him. If you're playing with someone who's really good at Newcastle and can play him really well, I think he's easily in the A tier plus legend. But if you're playing with a really bad Newcastle, then he's definitely below C tier. So for now, I'm just going to leave him at C tier. Octane. I'm going to put Octane in E tier. Octane is pretty useless. He's fun legend. He's more of like a pubs legend. Most of the people who play him aren't really that good, unless you're one of the movement warlords. But other than that, there's not really much to say. He's just kind of useless. Moving into D tier, I would put Pathfinder. Honestly, Pathfinder's not that great. He's not terrible, but he's more of a solo queue legend, kind of like how Loba is, solely because his utility is based around movement and escaping. But other than that, I don't think there's really much to say about him. Pathfinder, unfortunately, is just kind of bad at the moment. Rampart. I'd honestly put Rampart down in D tier as well, solely because she is one of the worst controller legends, which may sound crazy because you can build walls with her. But the walls aren't really that great. They break easy, and you're kind of making your own coffin. If you use too many walls in a closed space where there's no way to escape, you can easily just get nade stacked out and die. So honestly, she's probably one of the worst controller legends, if not the worst one, honestly. Moving on to Revenant. Revenant is probably another B tier character. He's really good for fighting. He's really good just to put someone who's absolutely insane at the game on him and just give them extra overheal armor and just let them go crazy on people. He has so much HP. With red armor, you can get 300 health, so all you have to get is the overheal amp, and you can have 300 health on purple armor, which just makes him just insane, just unkillable tank most of the time. Moving on to the next legend, I think that would be A tier, is Seer. Seer is really good. He got buffed. His ult and everything about it just makes him insane now. I guess when Seer doesn't have his ult, it's kind of bad. He's not entirely useless, but he's really good now, and I think he's a very, very, very good legend to use. He's pretty much the meta, even though I don't really see many people playing him, but I definitely think more people should pick him because he is a very, very good recon legend, like top 3 for sure, besides Sparrow and Crypto. Moving on to the next character, literally speak of the devil, Sparrow. Sparrow would probably be B tier. They nerfed him this season, which kind of sucks, or actually no, midway through the split they nerfed him, but he's honestly still not that bad. His ults aren't terrible, but the only problem is you can't really dump your ults on your teammates because if you do, you're just going to slow yourself, and it's really going to suck. But other than that, like his ability to hit the beacons from far and his ability to just shoot Sparrow ults at people and make them freak out and run away, or at least use them for the wall hacks, is really good, which I think is why he's at least B tier. Now Valkyrie, I would probably put her in honestly D tier as well with Rampart, Pathfinder, and Fuse, solely because she's just not really that great. She's only used for just redeploying, and that's honestly it. She proves no value other than redeploying and just flying. Unfortunately, she needs buffs to make her better again. Vantage is another legend that I will probably end up putting in E tier solely because she's just useless. Vantage has a big hitbox. Her kit is basically very selfish and useless and doesn't really help you, kind of like Octane and Ballistic. How it only benefits the player and not really the team. So for that reason, I'm going to put her in E tier. Now Watson, I would put her in C tier solely because she is probably the second best controller legend, but Watson doesn't really matter if Caustic is a thing because once Watson's gen is not down, it's just over, instantly over. Caustic ult, Caustic gas, Caustic barrels, literally everything counters her instantly. But Watson is also like a Newcastle moment, like what I was saying earlier, where if you have a good Watson, she can easily be at least B tier, if not A. But if you have a bad Watson, then she's just F tier because then she has no clue what the hell she's doing. So for that reason, I'm just solely gonna put her in C tier. Now for the last legend on the list is Wraith. I'd probably put her in a solid B tier, solely because just like Alter and Ashe, she has a portal, and portal legends at the moment seem to be very good for ranked, especially with how everyone wants to play. But she's honestly not that bad. If you get the right perk, you can have a 1 minute 30 cooldown on your portal, and that makes it pretty fun to play her. She's also obviously still really fun to play, and people have been playing her for seasons, but there's nothing wrong with that. She's gone back to her former glory, and she's a good legend again, so props to the devs. If you guys enjoyed the tier list that I made in the video, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.